Hi everyone, this is AJ and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to my review of episode 3 of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Let's get into it and let's talk about this episode. Okay, so this episode comes at us again, directed by Deborah Chow, another solid instalment in the franchise. Now, I will warn you, there may be spoilers within this review, so if that's not your thing, I suggest you jump off now, possibly come back a bit later and discuss it with me. So, yes, like I said, another solid instalment. Again, it follows on from last week's episode, episode 2. Obi-Wan Kenobi is getting young Leia to safety, and they end up on this planet, this mining planet, where the Empire does have a presence. We see Vader. We get quite a lot of Vader within this episode, which is a surprise, to be honest. I didn't expect to see as much of Darth Vader as what we have been given here. The entire episode is set on this planet, but cutting away to where Darth Vader is, and also some stuff going on with the Grand Inquisitor, or the Inquisitors, and this one particular Inquisitor who has aspirations to being given the title of the Grand Inquisitor. Now, it's great to find out that the Grand Inquisitor is just a title, otherwise it throws Rebels, Star Wars Rebels, into dismay. But anyway, back to this. So, in this episode, we come to find out that there is a sort of rebellion inside the Empire. There are these individuals that are helping Jedi, and we come to learn that there are quite a few Jedi still kicking around out there because they've been coming through these routes that have been set up for them, helped by Imperial officers who don't feel that the Empire's doing the right thing, and they're working from within this sort of covert group of officers that's fantastic. And we're introduced to this one in particular, Tala, who's played by, I can't remember the actress's name, but I know she was in Luther, I know she was in Game of Thrones. Yeah, so very, very strong episode. Like I said, it is very Vader-centric, and it's great to see Darth Vader back on screen. It's great to have Darth Vader voiced by James Earl Jones yet again. He sounds fantastic. And Obi-Wan Kenobi, his relationship with Vader, and the fear that he has with him, and the fact that he's actually lost a lot of what made him a great Jedi over time, because he hasn't utilised these powers. He hasn't utilised, you know, he's grown weary, he's growing old, and it's great to see. It's more him running away from Vader than anything else. We do see a dark side of Vader, you know, that sort of indiscriminately killing people, which is great to see. Solid stuff. Young Leia again is fantastic. She almost steals the show. Not quite, but she almost does. Her relationship with Obi-Wan Kenobi and her getting to know him. So we've got some background on when we see Star Wars, and the fact that she has known and how their relationship has grown and all come about. That's fantastic. Just, yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm blown away by it. Now, pacing-wise, it is generally a lot slower paced than the other Star Wars series, and I have no problem with that. I don't need fast pace. I need story. I need character. That's what does it for me, with a little bit of action thrown in. And this is what it's given me. To me, I think this is so far the strongest Star Wars series. It's certainly the most cinematic in scope. There's a lot of... it feels bigger. It feels broader. It feels like the worlds are populated with more people than what we have seen within Mandalorian, and especially Boba Fett. So, yeah, again, Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi, it's like he hasn't ever stepped away from this role. He's perfect for it. So solid stuff. It's a really fantastic episode, and I'm going to watch it again, obviously, and there we go. I mean, I need to give it a second watch, certainly, but for me, great stuff. But like I said, I was surprised that we got as much Darth Vader as what we actually did. Now, I know there's some questions, like when Obi-Wan is saved towards the end out of the fire by the loader droid. They're only a few meters away from Vader, and you're thinking, well, why don't you just use the Force? Why not use the Force? But, you know, part of me says this goes into Vader's psyche, into Vader's, you know, he's happy to let Obi-Wan get away at the moment, to get away with the injuries that he sustained, which will no doubt be rectified by a BAFTA tank or something like that. But happy for him to go, knowing that, you know, Vader knowing that Obi-Wan Kenobi has been injured by him, that Obi-Wan Kenobi is afraid to a degree by him, and also it gives Vader that sort of, you know, that nemesis hunt, that sort of, you know, I need this to carry me forward, to give me a sort of more of a purpose in hunting you down and this sort of a thing. And so, yeah, that's my take on that. So, but fantastic stuff. Looking forward to next week, because it looks like young Leia has ended up in the hands of the Inquisitors. We'll see what happens with that. Be sure to come back here and join me for a quick discussion on how this next week's episode goes as well. One more thing, it was fantastic to see the Imperial probe droids back again. Certainly not partly because it brings me into this little plug here. Yes, so I have a Lego set for the actual Imperial probe droid, which I haven't built yet. This was gifted for me at Christmas, 683 pieces. Now I'm going to be doing a time-lapse video build of this item, so if that interests you, then obviously hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, come and join the channel, because that'll be up in a couple of weeks. I plan on doing it this weekend. Also, more importantly, leave comments down below, because I like having interactions. If you think I'm way off in my review, let me know. I like the positive, I like the negative. Friendly discussion, we all have different views on stuff, and that's great. It'd be boring if we all had the same view. So, like I said, come join the channel and let me know your thoughts on this episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is AJ. Till next week, take care all, and goodbye.